Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Tanvi Taneja and with me is Anita Anand with the Midday News. The headlines. More than 2 lakh corona tests performed in a single day. Recovery rate of COVID-19 improves to 56.7% in the country. Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP takes over COVID Care Centre at Radha Swami Satsang Beas, Chhatarpur, New Delhi as nodal agency. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says Indo-Russia ties are based on special and privileged strategic partnership. Russia supports India's bid for a permanent seat in the UN Security Council. And BJP President JP Nadda says a rejected and ejected dynasty is not equal to the entire opposition. The government today said that the recovery rate of COVID-19 has improved to 56.7% in the country and 2,58,685 people have been cured so far. During the last 24 hours, 10,495 people have recovered from COVID-19. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 1,83,022. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said 15,968 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 4,56,183. Meanwhile, Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR said that 2,15,195 tests were conducted by the various laboratories for coronavirus in the country in the last 24 hours. This is the highest number of tests conducted by laboratories in a single day. ICMR is continuously ramping up its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratory chains. As of now, 1,000 laboratories, including 730 government laboratories and 270 private laboratories across India, have been given approval to conduct COVID-19 tests. India achieved a remarkable feat today by performing more than 2 lakh COVID-19 tests in a single day. Starting from less than 100 tests per day, a multiple-fold increase in just 3 months was made possible by dedicated teams of various stakeholders, including research institutions, medical colleges, testing laboratories, ministries, airlines and postal services. More from our correspondent.
The country is going through an unprecedented crisis due to coronavirus pandemic. To effectively deal with this situation, government has promoted the indigenous manufacturers for developing equipments and materials required for COVID-19 testing to become self-reliant. In January this year, India had only one testing laboratory for COVID-19 at National Institute of Virology, Pune. Today, 1,000 government and private laboratory chains are testing coronavirus samples across the country. ICMR is continuously ramping up its facilities by approving new laboratories and RT-PCR kits for COVID-19 testing. A total 123 RT-PCR kits of the various companies have been evaluated so far. ICMR has also recommended the use of rapid antigen test kits for diagnosis of COVID-19 in containment zones in combination with the RT-PCR test. The kits will allow faster diagnosis without laboratory examination. India is also producing high-quality, low-cost testing swabs, which resulted in the production of millions of swabs in record time and at a fraction of the cost of the imported ones. However, in spite of these developments, access to testing still remains a huge challenge in a large country like India. ICMR has suggested to include additional testing methods to improve the access and availability of testing in various parts of the country. Bhupendra Singh, AIR News, Delhi.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that around 20,000 beds, including 250 ICU beds for COVID-19 patients, will be added in the national capital by next week. Home Minister said the 10,000-bedded COVID care centre at Radha Swami Satsang Beas at Chhatarpur in Delhi will be operational by 26th of this month. He said the work is in full swing and a large part of the facility will be operational by Friday. Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP today took over the COVID Care Centre at Radha Swami Satsang Beas, Chhatarpur, New Delhi as nodal agency to operate. The Home Ministry had yesterday nominated ITBP as nodal agency to provide doctors and team of other professionals to this centre as requested by the Delhi government. Many teams of the ITBP, including medical and administration, visited the Radhaswamy Ashram today and held series of discussions with the stakeholders. It is expected that a 2,000-bed facility will be operational at the centre from Friday. The total bed capacity may go up to 10,200. This will be the largest single COVID care centre in the country. It is expected that more than 1,000 doctors of ITBP and other CAPFs and 2,000 more paramedical, assistant and security staff will be deployed at the facility to operate. South Delhi District Administration will provide administrative support to the centre.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that India and Russia share relationship based on special and privileged strategic partnership. The Defence Minister was speaking to media in Moscow yesterday after meeting Russian Deputy Prime Minister Yuri Borisov.
भारत और रशिया का एक स्पेशल एंड प्रिविलेज स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप वाला रिलेशनशिप है. हमारा डिफेंस रिलेशनशिप इसका एक महत्वपूर्ण पिलर है. मुझे भरोसा दिलाया गया है कि ऑनगोइंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स को मेंटेन किया जाएगा और न केवल मेंटेन किया जाएगा बल्कि उनको और तेजी से कम समय में पूरा भी किया जाएगा.
Mr. Singh, who is on a 3-day visit to Russia to attend the 75th anniversary of Victory Day parade, said his visit to Moscow is the first foreign visit of an official delegation from India after the outbreak of COVID-19. Terming it as a sign of special friendship, Mr. Singh said, despite all the difficulties of the pandemic, bilateral relations between Delhi and Moscow have been keeping good contacts at various levels. He said during the meeting, Indo-Russian defence cooperation was reviewed and plans to further extend it were discussed, affirming defence relationship as one of the important pillars in the relationship between the two nations. Mr. Singh informed that Indian proposals have received positive responses from the Russian side. He asserted that the traditional friendship between India and Russia remains strong and both countries continue to cooperate on mutual and shared interests. The Defence Minister said he is looking forward to participate in the 75th Victory Day parade, wherein an Indian military contingent will be marching at the Red Square today. He conveyed greetings to the people of Russia and especially the veterans who he said have immensely contributed for the common security of both the nations. He also remembered the Indian soldiers who sacrificed their lives in the Second World War.
भारतीय सैनिकों ने भी लाखों की संख्या में इस वर्ल्ड वॉर में भाग लिया और हमें भी काफी कैजुअलिटीज का सामना करना पड़ा है. हमारे कई सैनिक युद्ध में सोवियत आर्मी को सहायता पहुंचाने के लिए भी कार्यरत थे. यह काफी गौरव का विषय है. यह हमारे दोनों देशों के आर्म फोर्सेज के बीच एवरलास्टिंग फ्रेंडशिप की एक मिसाल है.
The meeting of Indian and Russian defence ministers holds high significance in terms of early procurement of S-400 anti-missile system from Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin is likely to visit India later this year. Russia has supported India's bid for a permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council UNSC. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said a Russia-India-China RIC meeting discussed probable reforms of the United Nations and India is a strong nominee to become a permanent member of the UNSC. He said Moscow supports India's candidature and believes India can become a full-fledged member of the Security Council.
As part of the 6th International Yoga Day commemorations, the world's first yoga university outside India has been launched in Los Angeles, offering programs that combine scientific principles and modern research approaches to the ancient Indian practice of yoga. The Vivekanand Yoga University Vayu was jointly launched yesterday by Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan and Chairperson of the Standing Committee on External Affairs P.P. Chaudhary during a virtual event held at the Consulate General of India in New York. Addressing the virtual launch, Muralidharan said Swami Vivekanand gave the message of universal brotherhood from the US and through the first of its kind yoga university outside India, the message of yoga will be broadcast from America to the world. The event was jointly hosted by Consulate General and Jaipur Foot USA Chairperson and Founding Director of Vayu, Prem Bhandari. In his message, Nagendra, well known as the yoga consultant to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, said Swami Vivekanand heralded the grandeur of Indian yoga dimension to the world through his famous speech in Chicago in 1893. He noted that the university combines best of the East and best of the West. Best of the East is yoga and its applications, and best of West is modern scientific research. India's Consul General in New York, Sandeep Chakravarti, said that New York has deep ties with yoga, as many years ago Swami Vivekanand spent time in the city and wrote books on yoga which popularized the Indian practice all over the world.
In a veiled attack on Congress party, BJP President Jagat Prakash Nadda said a rejected and ejected dynasty is not equal to the entire opposition, and one dynasty's interests are not in India's interests. In a series of tweets, he said, "Today the nation is united and supportive of our armed forces, and this is the time for unity and solidarity." He said it is the opposition's right to ask questions, and the all-party meeting saw healthy deliberations, with several opposition leaders giving their valuable inputs. He said they also fully supported the centre in determining the way ahead, but one family was an exception. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today emphatically said safety of all members of staff in banks is of great importance to all. Ms. Sitharaman was reacting to an incident in which a lady staff of a bank was assaulted in the premises by a policeman in Surat. In a series of tweets, Ms. Sitharaman said she had spoken with Surat Police Commissioner Mr. Brahm Bhatt, and he will personally visit the branch and assure the staff of their duty. Ms. Sitharaman said amid challenges, banks are extending all services to people and nothing should threaten their safety and dignity.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. More than 2 lakh corona tests performed in a single day. Recovery rate of COVID-19 improves to 56.7% in the country. Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP takes over COVID Care Centre at Radhaswamy Satsang Bias, Chhatarpur, New Delhi as nodal agency. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says Indo-Russia ties are based on special and privileged strategic partnership. Russia supports India's bid for a permanent seat in UN Security Council, and BJP President JP Nadda says a rejected and ejected dynasty is not equal to the entire opposition. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, तो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर की सफाई ना भूलना, हाथों को धोना मत भूलना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान।
On the second day of a 2-day visit to Ladakh, the Chief of Army Staff, General M.M. Naravane, is reviewing the ground situation in eastern Ladakh. The Army Chief had reached Leh yesterday. More from our correspondent.
Army Chief General M.M. Naravane is reviewing the situation in the line of actual control in the eastern Ladakh. M.M. Naravane is visiting second time to Leh after the standoff with China in the region. Army sources said that earlier in the day, General M.M. Naravane has also visited forward areas in eastern Ladakh and reviewed operational situation on the ground. Chief of Army Staff commended the troops for their high morale and exhorted them to continue working with zeal and enthusiasm. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
India has announced to contribute $10 million to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees in the Near East, UNRWA, over the coming 2 years. Addressing an extraordinary virtual ministerial pledging conference for UNRWA, Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan said that capacity enhancement through training and building durable institutions is a major plank of our developmental assistance to Palestine. Asserting that UNRWA needs continued support, Mr. Muralidharan said, when certain countries withdrew funding, India had stepped up its annual pledge from $1.25 million to $5 million in 2018. Global confirmed COVID-19 cases have exceeded 91 lakh, with near 4,73,849 fatalities. According to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University, 91,57,320 cases of novel coronavirus have been reported across the world. The United States continues to remain the worst hit with 23,28,562 cases and 1,20,913 deaths, followed by Brazil, 11,06,470 cases and over 51,000 deaths, and Russia reported 5,98,878 cases and 8,349 deaths. Other countries with over 2 lakh cases include India, Britain, Spain, Peru, Italy, Chile, and Iran.
In Jammu and Kashmir, security forces arrested 4 Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists in Mukam, Potka and Chandpura Athura in Sopore area of Baramulla district yesterday. During interrogation, all 4 LET terror associates confessed to have carried out a grenade attack on police post at Putka on the directions of LET terrorists as a test for them to join terror ranks of the organization. Moreover, all the 4 were in touch with terrorists through different social media apps. They have been arrested in connection with a grenade attack and a case has been registered against them at police station Tarsu by Sopore police. Indian Coast Guard has seized 88 packets of charas worth 1.32 crore rupees from islands near Jakhau coast of Gujarat. According to official sources, the packets of narcotics have been recovered during the patrol and search operations on islands of Kutch on 17th, 21st and 22nd of this month. During the test by drug detection kits, the packets were confirming containing charas. Sources said that despite the adverse weather conditions, the team led by a daring woman officer as captain of hovercraft and landing party by rubber boats was directed for search operations on these islands. Defence sources said that the team brought a great success by recovering a total of 88 packets of charas worth of 1.32 crore rupees. AIR Ahmedabad correspondent reports that Indian Coast Guard had recently commissioned a hovercraft squadron at Jakhau to make the coastal security robust and is yielding good results. A report.
According to Coast Guard sources, the operation was carried out despite the adverse weather conditions. The Coast Guard team, led by daring woman officer as captain of hovercraft and landing party by rubber boats, was directed for search operation on these islands. Indian Coast Guard had recently commissioned a hovercraft squadron at Jakhau to make the coastal security robust and is yielding good results. The recovering a total 88 packets of charas worth ₹1 crore 32 lakhs market value is believed to be a big success. All packets of charas have been handed over to Marine Police for further investigations by various agencies. Yogesh Pandya, Air News, Ahmedabad.
A major fire has erupted at a diaper manufacturing plant at GIDC in Sanand of Gujarat. According to sources, about 25 fighters with more than 100 staff are engaged to control the fire, which erupted this morning. Fire broke out in Japan-based Unicharm Company's plant manufacturing diapers and sanitary napkins. The plant is almost destroyed in the fire, but there is no report of any loss of life till now.
Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan was launched by the central government to provide employment to migrant labourers near their native places. The tribal-dominated Dhar district of the state has also been included in this scheme with other 23 districts of Madhya Pradesh. A report.
With the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan, the migrant labourers are dreaming of their secured future. Lali Bai, a migrant labourer who returned from Gujarat to Jaitpura village due to corona epidemic, is thanking the Prime Minister for this noble initiative.
यहाँ हमारा कुछ रोजगार नहीं था और सरपंच और मंत्री साहब ने हमको रोजगार दिया और प्रधानमंत्री को धन्यवाद.
Sarpanch Munnalal Rana of Gram Panchayat Jaitpura says that this scheme will benefit the labourers as well as the Gram Panchayat.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो योजना चालू करी उसमें मजदूरों का भी फायदा है और पंचायत का विकास का भी कार्य हो रहा है.
Dhar collector Alok Kumar Singh said that necessary arrangements have been made for the employment of 30,000 migrant labourers who have returned to the district.
जो जिले में 33,000 लोग बाहर से आए थे उसमें 11,000 परिवार थे और बाकी बच्चे और छोटे लोग थे, तो इन सभी 11,000 का रजिस्ट्रेशन ऐप पे किया जा चुका है. इनको जॉब कार्ड भी उपलब्ध कराए जा चुके हैं. इनको विभिन्न रोजगारों में जोड़ा गया है.
In this difficult time of corona pandemic, the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan is proving to be a boon for migrant labourers. With Sunil Sachan from Dhar, Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
This was All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अरे बबलू, लॉकडाउन खुलते ही टहलने निकल पड़े. महामारी अभी फैली हुई है.
सरपंच जी टहलने नहीं, कहाँ पे वापस जा रहे हैं?
तुझे डर नहीं लगता वायरस पकड़ लेगा?
पहले थोड़ा बहुत डर लगता था, फिर पता चला कि अगर मैंने पूरी सावधानी बरती तो ये बीमारी होने की संभावना कम है. सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है ये मास्क. काम पर मास्क हमेशा पहनूंगा, समय समय पर हाथ धोता रहूंगा और दूसरों से हर वक्त कम से कम 2 गज की दूरी बनाए रखूंगा, खुद को, दूसरों को और अपने परिवार वालों को भी सुरक्षित रखूंगा।
अरे भाई, मेरी जिम्मेदारी बनती है तुझे चेतावनी देना, तो दे दिया।
जब देश के मेडिकल और स्वच्छता कर्मचारी रोज कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं, तो हमारी भी तो जिम्मेदारी बनती है अपना काम करने की।
बबलू, तुझे कुछ हो गया तो?
हजारों लोग इस बीमारी को हराकर ठीक हो चुके हैं, और अगर किसी कारण मुझे ये बीमारी हो भी जाए तो सरकार ने अस्पताल में हमारे इलाज के लिए पर्याप्त व्यवस्था कर रखी है। ये घबराने का वक्त नहीं, एक दूसरे का हौसला बढ़ाने का वक्त है। कोरोना वायरस से हमें लड़ाई जारी रखनी पड़ेगी, और उससे डर कर नहीं, पूरी सावधानी के साथ डट कर चलिए। रुकी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाएं, देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं। जय हिंद।
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. S. Rajeshwari, Department of Anesthesiology, AIMS, has advised the people to stay at home and maintain hand hygiene.
We have seen that there is a severe shortage of ICU facilities in the most developed of countries. And in order that we do not face the same calamity in our country, it is vital that we do not stress the health system by becoming more sick and bringing more patients. And for this, I urge that you must stay at home and must maintain hand hygiene to reduce the number of patients coming into the hospital.
Dr. Purva Mathur, Professor Lab Medicine, AIMS, has said that social distancing is very important to check the spread of virus.
The coronavirus spreads by droplets when a person coughs or sneezes. These droplets do not travel beyond 1 meter, and that is why it's important to maintain social distancing.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight, will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. Dr. Avdesh Sharma, senior psychiatrist and consultant, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions related to stress, anxiety and depression during the COVID-19 pandemic on toll-free telephone number 1800115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 01123314444 and post queries on our Twitter handle and AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold Channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
In Puducherry, 59 people were tested positive for COVID-19 today, taking the total number to 287. 58 new cases were reported in Puducherry region and 1 in Mahe. 46 new cases were admitted to Jipmare, 12 to Government Medical College and 1 to Mahe Government Hospital. 11 people were discharged last evening, leaving 276 active cases in hospitals. A report.
Talking to media persons, Health Minister Malladi Krishna Rao said that many of the 173 patients at the Government Medical College are asymptomatic. The asymptomatic patients need observation only, and those with severe symptoms need treatment. Presently, 173 were being treated at the Government Medical College, 89 in Jipmar, 11 in Karaikal Government Hospital, 1 in Mahe Government Hospital, and 1 outside Puducherry. In a bid to reduce the stress of the Government Medical College, it was decided to shift a few to other private medical colleges, Minister added. So far, 461 were infected by the virus, of which 176 were treated and discharged. 9 died, leaving 276 active cases in hospitals. Chandra Mohan, Air News, Puducherry.
With phase-wise relaxation of lockdown restrictions in Maharashtra, all-out efforts are being made to contain the spread of coronavirus and getting life back to normalcy. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC, is launching Mission Universal Testing in Mumbai, under which 1 lakh antigen testing kits will be made available. These kits would be available at all civic-run hospitals, government hospitals, COVID care centres. This kit is set to provide results within 30 minutes. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
As per the instructions issued by the state government, antigen testing would be permissible only through the ICMR-approved SD biosensor kits. It may be mentioned that as compared to the presently available RT-PCR testing, this antigen testing kit would help in identifying infection in high-risk groups with severe comorbidities in just 15 to 30 minutes so that timely medical treatment can be given to them. Besides testing suspicious patients, this kit will help in testing patients in the list of contact tracing and hence begins immediately providing medical aid. The BMC has requested 35 big private hospitals in city to buy these government-approved kits for testing. The corporate houses and private offices too can buy these newly available rapid testing kits to test their employees for the infection. The BMC has also stated that those above 70 years of age can get themselves tested without a prescription. As part of the universal testing mission, the BMC will also allow COVID-19 tests by a lab on the basis of e-prescriptions. Sonali Ghadar Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Mizoram, 3 more positive cases were reported for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. With this, the total number of corona cases in the state has reached 145. According to an official statement, of the total 145 positive cases till date, 19 patients have been cured and discharged, and total active cases stand at 126. In Nagaland, 17 more persons have been tested with COVID-19 positive. With this, the state's total confirmed positive cases has risen to 347 today. Minister for Health and Family Welfare, S. Pangnyuphom, in a tweet said, out of 448 samples tested, 17 new cases have been reported. Out of the 347 confirmed cases, 206 are active cases, while 141 have recovered.
In West Bengal, ruling Trinamool Congress legislator Tamunash Ghosh died of corona infection at a private nursing home in Kolkata this morning. He was 64. He was elected from Falta Assembly constituency in South 24 Parganas district thrice. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu, who is also chairman of Sri Amarnath Ji Shrine Board, reviewed the preparedness for the annual Amarnath Yatra. He asked officials concerned to ensure that all arrangements for the pilgrimage like infrastructure, health facilities, ration and LPG supply, power, drinking water, security arrangements, telecommunications and disaster management are put in place. The camp at the Holy Cave has already been established and the snow clearance work has been completed. The base camp Baltal and the Neelgrath helipad are likely to be ready within next week. Swami Amarnath Shrine Board is making arrangements for the live telecast of the morning and evening Aarti with Doordarshan. Now let us take a look at the weather for today. National capital Delhi has a forecast of generally cloudy sky and the city is experiencing moderate rain today. Minimum temperature recorded was 29 degrees Celsius and maximum will settle at 33 degrees. Mumbai is also expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Minimum temperature recorded was 26 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 34 degrees. Chennai is also having generally cloudy sky with light rain and drizzle. Minimum temperature recorded was 26 degrees Celsius and maximum is expected to go up to 38 degrees. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature in the metropolis was 27 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 34 degrees. Chandigarh will witness generally cloudy sky with possibility of thunder or lightning. Minimum temperature in the city was 29 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 34 degrees. In Dehradun there is a forecast of generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature was recorded at 25 degrees Celsius and maximum is expected at 33 degrees. Hyderabad is also expecting rain or thunder showers by evening or night. Minimum temperature recorded in the city was 25 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 35 degrees. Bengaluru will witness generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature was recorded at 21 degrees Celsius and the maximum is expected at 29 degrees. In Ahmedabad, there will be generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 36 degrees. In Bhopal, there will be partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The minimum temperature in the city was 24 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 30 degrees. Patna will witness generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature in the city was recorded at 28 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 34 degrees. Guwahati is also expecting generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. In Srinagar, the minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 25 degrees. There is a forecast of generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. In Gilgit, the temperature is likely to hover between 15 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees with generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. In Muzaffarabad, the sky will be generally cloudy with moderate rain. The city recorded minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius while maximum will be around 34 degrees. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. More than 2 lakh corona tests performed in a single day. Recovery rate of COVID-19 improves to 56.7% in the country. In Indo-Tibetan Border Police (ITBP) takes over COVID Care Centre at Radha Swami Satsang Vyas Chhatarpur, New Delhi as nodal agency. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says Indo-Russia ties are based on special and privileged strategic partnership. Russia supports India's bid for a permanent seat in the UN Security Council, and BJP President JP Nadda says a rejected and ejected dynasty is not equal to the entire opposition. And with that, we end the midday news.